Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be one of the most important updates I've done on Toshi, because we are officially entering a zone where things could either get incredibly exciting or extremely dangerous. It's a crossroads moment, and that's not something I say lightly. Why? Because we're about to witness one of two possibilities play out. Either Toshi breaks out and delivers massive short-term returns, or we witness a brutal 90–95% sell-off that wipes out a large chunk of gains. This isn't speculation. This is based on what we've already seen earlier this year. The content in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile and carry significant risk. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and this content reflects my personal opinion and experience only. Viewers are solely responsible for their own investments. Use this information at your own risk. Let's rewind just a little. Remember what happened at the start of the year? Toshi exploded, going up over 17x, a staggering move for any token, let alone one in the meme coin space. But just as fast as it shot up, we saw a brutal 90% correction. And this kind of extreme volatility is what makes this project so attractive to some and so dangerous to others. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the potential price targets we're watching, where the risks lie, and how to position yourself to make the most of this next big move, whichever direction it goes. If you missed my previous buy calls on Toshi, and I gave several, then chances are you're not subscribed to the channel. I called the lows around key price areas multiple times, and if you had followed those alerts, you would have been in a great position for the gains that followed. So if you're serious about staying ahead of the game, take a second now to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss the next move. Subscribed? Perfect. Let's get into it. Let's talk short-term targets first. Everyone who follows this channel closely knows the first target I'm going to mention. It's our May high, an obvious short-term resistance level. The upside from current levels is around 170%. That takes us to approximately 0.098722. Now, I know some of you are skeptical. Some believe the market is primed for a downturn. That's valid. But let's also ask, if the market does retrace, where could Toshi go? A 25 to 30% pullback from here is entirely realistic, which could bring the price down to around 0.31541. This is our downside scenario. But here's the kicker. When you compare risk to reward over the short term, things still look quite favorable. We're risking about 30 to 35% to potentially gain 117%. That's more than a 3x reward to risk ratio. So even in a conservative trading strategy, this setup looks appealing. For me personally, if I were holding Toshi and considering whether to sell right now, I wouldn't. In fact, I'd likely be accumulating. That's my perspective, not financial advice, but food for thought. Let's move on to the second, more ambitious target, the yearly high. This is a critical level to watch because if Toshi hits this zone, we could see a possible double top pattern form, which historically signals a reversal. But momentum will be the deciding factor. If momentum is strong, we might break past it. If not, that level could act as a ceiling. From current price levels, this move represents a 371% rally, massive potential. If Toshi hits that level in the next 2 to 3 weeks, the ROI is incredible. A $1,000 investment today could turn into over $3,700. Let that sink in. We're talking about tripling your money in under a month. Something that's rare in traditional finance, but quite possible in crypto, especially with meme tokens. And here's the golden rule. You cannot go broke taking profits. It's easy to get greedy, but always remember that locking in gains protects you against the inevitable corrections that follow. This leads us directly into sell strategy, which is where many traders go wrong. Many people watching this video have no exit strategy. They buy in, hope for the best, and then freeze when the market turns. This is why I stress the importance of having sell targets. If you don't write them down, you're likely to watch your profits during the next dip. The second long-term target that I've mentioned before, and I'm reiterating again, sits at 0.09772. We extended it slightly during earlier analysis, but I'm comfortable saying that's a realistic level, assuming momentum stays strong. And I get it. A lot of people don't even have sell zones in mind. They think I'll just sell when it feels right, but that's not a plan. That's a recipe for disaster. Let's face it, we've seen it before. Projects moon, people get excited, and then boom. Price crashes, profits evaporate, and panic sets in. That's why I'm giving you these two strategic targets, the May high and the 0.029772 zone. Now let me pause for a second. If you want more guidance, actual buy and sell zones, exclusive analysis, and early signals, then join my free Telegram group. I've shared multiple meme coin plays. Now, for those of you who are more serious, those holding thousands of dollars worth of Toshi, you'll want to check out my Crypto Crew Premium channel. That's where I share my exclusive entry and exit signals, macro market outlooks, and advanced strategies. And look, if you're holding a big bag of Toshi, you need to protect it. A small membership fee is worth safeguarding thousands of dollars. Think about it. Would you rather save a few bucks now and risk losing thousands later, or invest in your financial education and keep your gains? Well, you don't want to be caught off guard. We just issued a signal inside Crypto Crew Premium that altcoin season could be around the corner. If that plays out, we'll see liquidity rotating fast. You want to be positioned ahead of that, not chasing pumps afterward. The reality is this: the best time to plan your exit is before the pump starts, not in the middle of it, and definitely not after the crash. Because let's be honest, when the market starts moving up, it feels euphoric. It feels like we're going to the moon. You'll see Toshi breaking past its previous highs, you'll see new targets getting hit, and it'll feel like the sky's the limit. That's the psychological trap. And at that point, it's very easy to convince yourself to buy more, thinking you're going to catch the next leg up. But then, just as fast, we could see a 90% correction, and that happens literally overnight in the meme coin space. It's not about whether Toshi is a good or bad project, it's just the nature of this category. And if you had played it right at the beginning of the year, caught the 17x run, sold at the top, and bought back at the bottom, you'd be sitting on a near 40x return right now. That's what smart planning does. The difference between a disciplined investor and someone who gambles is a strategy. That's it. Toshi is approaching a major inflection point. We're seeing early signs of breakout potential with two strong targets ahead. First is the May high, which offers a solid 170% short-term upside. Second is the yearly high, which could bring gains of 371% or more. But don't forget the risk. We could also see a 25 to 30% pullback or a full-on 90% crash later if history repeats. That's all for today's video, folks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are your sell targets? Are you bullish or bearish on Toshi right now? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps a ton with the algorithm and keeps this content coming. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.